Ryan's retail story this week is pretty close to home.
Yeah, sometimes we like to mix it up, and this time it's not going to be really like a traditional retail store story, but it's a great story. It's a family story, and our pap, as we've mentioned before, our pap Sprankle, Charlie Sprankle, CL they called him, he was World War II. Sergeant, World War II. He was 101st Airborne Division. Made 11 jumps in active combat. Got a battle star for Battle of the Bulge. Got 2 Purple Hearts. We're very proud of his service. And, but what led to his service, we've said before, our family, we've always been kind of on the edge. And Pap Sprankle's dad, great Pap Sprankle, was a World War I veteran, but he was kind of a feisty little guy, Zachariah Sprankle. And Zachariah was, he was a butcher, but he was also a horse and, cow. He was a trader. So he would trade livestock. And so once Pap Sprankle got old enough, once he got 16, 17, he started helping great-grandfather in the livestock trading business. Now, if you can imagine, late 30s, early 40s, livestock traders, Prohibition had just ended, these guys would go on a Saturday, trade, go to the auction, take whatever they made from the auction, little post-game celebration, and then make their way back home. And there was no DUIs back then. So, these guys were just cutting it loose. Well, great-grandfather was a World War I veteran, small man. Seems like he maybe had a little bit of little man syndrome. And so he would get drunk, start fights. Well, Pap Sprankle, Charlie, CL, was a big dude, strong guy, good fighter, and athletic guy. And so one day, after a day of buying and selling on the livestock auction, took their profits to the local watering hole, start putting them down. And, there was no age limit. So Pap's there, 17 years old, put them down. Great-grandfathers put them down. Well, somebody makes a comment. Great-grandfather didn't like the comment, We don't know what the comment is. That's never been passed down. What sparked the little Zachariah to, what sparked the feistiness. But, something sparked him, and brawl ensued. Little Zachariah attacks. They're in the bar. Pap backs him up. Ends up that Pap works over 4 or 5 guys. And to the point that they're arrested. Charges are placed. So they held them over the weekend, and on Monday or whenever the judge, magistrate, whoever could see them, they go before the judge. Well, Pap's 17 and a half at this point. They go before the judge, and Pap is there, and the judge, at the time, it was 1943. They were in the middle of World War II, all able bodies, 18 to 45, baby, you're serving. And he was 17 and a half, but he was a big, strong guy, athletic guy. Judge says, well, you have 2 choices, Mr. Sprankle. You can, serve time. We don't know how much time, say a year. You could serve time, or you're going to be entered into the draft. You're going to be entered into service in 6 months, no matter what. You could enter early and avoid anything on your record or any jail time. That was the decision.
So what do you do?
Well, he was in the 101st Airborne. He had 2 Purple Hearts and a battle star, and ended up serving an 11-year military career, and served in Korea and got out and married our grandmother, Beverly, and had 5 kids, one of which was Randy Sprankle, and here we are today. So he made that decision. He served this country versus going to jail, but that's how it happened. It was wild times back then. You had bootleggers, you livestock traders, and they were in the mix of all these guys just running around and probably Model Ts and Central PA with little trailers hooked up to them, rigged up to them, and that is the story of how C.L. Sprankle, Charlie Sprankle, our grandfather, entered the military.